The new types of claims that we see starting to impact self-funded health plans are driven by what we call gene therapies and cellular therapies. And actually, there are two different types of things. So I want to make sure I clearly define those. Cellular therapy is re-engineering someone's cells, in this particular case, cells related to their immune system, specifically to target certain types of cancer. You may have heard of CAR T therapy, for example. That's a cellular therapy, and while very promising in its effectiveness in treating cancer, it also is very, very expensive. Gene therapy, on the other hand, is different types of medications that actually go in to someone's body and re-engineer the genetic code, fixing flaws potentially that address particular catastrophic health conditions. There are a number of new treatments that are on the horizon that we expect the FDA to approve yet this year or early next. If we take a look at one of the ones that's on the market right now that treats a rare form of blindness, it's two different injections, and they're about $400,000 a piece for an $800,000 price tag, which is quite significant. But there's a new drug that's expected to treat hemophilia, which is a very expensive condition to treat for anybody today. But this new drug, Hemgenix, is anticipated to cost $3.5 million, and it's expected that it may actually cure hemophilia. One of the crazy things about gene therapies is how the price is developed. And one of the key factors that goes into the price is taking a look at what it costs to treat the condition today under the current treatments over the lifetime of the patient. And then if we can come in somewhat below that, then it's a win-win for everybody. The challenge, though, is that treating a hemophiliac today, it's a cost that's spread out incrementally over time. With this new Hemgenix treatment at $3.5 million, and that's just the cost of the drug, not the cost to administer it, this is going to be one big hit on one plan at one single point in time, and that's the big challenge that employers need to be aware of. The gene therapy market is very much the Wild West at this point. The one common theme that we can say that employers can bank on is that they're going to be very expensive. There's a reason pharmaceutical manufacturers are pursuing these particular niches. It certainly don't want to take away from the value of the treatment they're developing and what it's going to mean to the patients that receive it, but also it's basically a blank check for these pharmaceutical manufacturers to be able to charge whatever they want to charge. And that's why it's so important for employers with self-funded health plans to know about what these things are and what they could mean to their plan, because there have not been claims like this that a self-funded plan has ever seen before. Strategies employers have used in the past to deal with gene therapy is excluding them, simply saying we're not going to cover these types of medications because they're so few and far between. But as more and more of them hit the marketplace, it's going to be harder and harder for employers to use that as a strategy. These treatments are life-changing, life-saving for the people that receive them, and we know employers are going to want to make sure employees have access to them. That said, one of these claims could exceed a multi-year health plan budget for many employers. So we need to make sure we're finding a strategy that works well for the employer, that allows us to provide access to the members that need them for these treatments, but also that keeps the cost under control or manageable so that the plan can be maintained in perpetuity.